So now I'm in Southport for the day, and I'm at the corner of Yacht Basin and Westmore. And this is going to be our first location for I Know What You Did Last Summer. And this is the establishment that was used for Southport Muscle, the gym that Ryan Felipe's character works out at, and there's a scene inside with the lockers and whatnot. But it's the Fishy Cafe in real life, which unfortunately is closed until Tuesday. We wanted to kind of check out the interior, and I want to say it was on set. But this is it. I also feel like there's a night shot, like an establishing shot from a crane up like that. It kind of covers the entire Yacht Basin Road at night, and you can actually see the water to the right. But I'm pretty sure they use that. There is a Southport establishing shot on North Howell Street, which is where we're going next, because it's just about a 2-minute drive from here. Everything should be pretty tight knit. So we're hoping to do all these spots today in one day. But yeah, this is it. Southport Muscle Fishy Cafe. Fishy.
Is that it?
Okay, so after looking back at the clip, I was able to kind of get the bearings of what happened here. So the scene, you got Barry comes hauling down here. He's going to work out. He pulls in right here, which at the time this deck didn't exist. Cut off right here. So this was all added new. He pulls in here. He parks here. You can see the beginnings of that building in the frame, just like that. And so just imagine this port not being here and this deck, and the shot's kind of like that. He parks, he gets out, he's blaring music, and he goes up and goes into those doors to then go into the gym, which we cut and we're probably somewhere else, because it's clearly not a gym. I don't even think it was back then, but that's that scene right there. All right, so just on the other side of what was Southport Muscle, Fishy Cafe, literally not even a mile down this road to the right, this is Short Street in Brunswick. Right behind me, 209 Short Street. This is the house that was used for Julie James. This is Jennifer Love Hewitt's house in the movie. It's really cool. We've got this sign here that says it is the McKeith and Ford house. You can see the living room area, which I don't know. I'm guessing they did film inside there. Mantle, and it wouldn't surprise me.
Remember, sun and fun. Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say, I wonder if that could be like a prop for the movie.
Oh yeah.
Because it happened in the 4th of July.
Yeah.
Okay, so this spot we were trying to line up where the beginning party scene was shot, where you see Ollie's Oyster Bar to the right. This establishment, I'll show you right here, Cape Fear Restaurant, which is now Allers, they claimed that the party scene was filmed at their establishment. And that's this building right here, I'm going to point out. It's that back horizontal building to the right with pink paint there, right there. You can see that it matches the back building in the screenshot in the movie clip. But this lot doesn't run along water. And so in the back of this movie clip here, you can see that where the party scene is set, there's water all back there. And you can see the boats docked and everything behind Ollie's Oyster Bar. This lot here doesn't have that. So what I'm thinking is Oliver's was moved at some point. Maybe back in the 90s they were at the original location, which is Yacht Basin Road or Yacht Drive. The first strip I showed you that runs along with Fishy Cafe, aka Southport Mussel. Parade runs down there. You can see all the water, and Ray's dock is over there as well. So with that, I think Oliver's claimed that their building was seen in I Know What You Did Last Summer party scene. It is true. It just had been moved from Yacht Basin to now that road, which is running along Howe Street, Howe, which is where the Southport Community Theater, aka Amuzu Theater, is, where I'm going to show you next.
Finalists on stage. Come on back out, girls. Now, this year's Croaker Queen is Miss Helen Shivers.
Our next spot brings us to the Amuzu Theater, which was the Southport Community Theater in the film. If it wasn't already enough, this actually tells you the films that were shot here inside or outside the theater. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Right there. Okay, so if you watched previous videos, you would have noticed that I've actually posted an inside the Amuzu Theater, the I Know What You Did Last Summer theater, a video for itself, because I just wanted to show our experience getting lucky to get inside, being at the right place at the right time to get inside. So if you want to see that in its entirety, it's just a few videos back at the time I'm editing this. So as you can see, the owner, you know, he was there at the time. He was unlocking the doors, and he said, if you want to come inside, I'll show you around inside now. So he's doing that here, and then we got to go up to the top where Barry and Ray and Julie were shown at the beginning of the film, I believe, cheering on Helen at the top balcony right there. Also, Barry meets his demise later on in the film to the far left of the balcony there. But yeah, it was we were just really lucky. We just were there. We were gonna just kind of cover the exterior. Didn't expect to get invited in at all. We had heard it was pretty difficult to even get inside here, because I don't know the operational hours, but a few individuals that I know that do this and seek out locations, they haven't been able to get inside. So it was just there at the right time. And so yeah, he showed us around, and we got some of our shots, and it's really nice. And there he is there to the right. And we met his wife here in a second. She's about to come to the door there. There you go. There she is. Just as sweet as can be. Both of them really nice people. And she was telling us about an event that's happening in March, and we're not going to be in town for, but they're going to be showing the movie in the theater. So that would be pretty cool for anybody who's going to be showing up for that. But again, if you want to watch the entirety of this video, it's just a few videos back. But for now, we'll move on to the next spot. This next spot is our final I Know What You Did Last Summer spot. It brings us to Burgal, which you can't see on the other side. This is our final morning here in North Carolina. This brings us to what unfortunately now is the former Harold's department store, which sat in for Shivers in the film. Unfortunately, it closed permanently during COVID, so I feel like COVID, you know, had an effect on its business, led to its demise, if you will. They have a group of workers working inside of it, painting, just doing whatever it is they're doing. Hold on. What does it say? Oh, wait a minute. Nutty's Pharmacy? So it could be a couple of things. This could be turning into a pharmacy, or this is being prepped for a film shoot. Either one. Bergall is definitely used in a lot of productions, so it wouldn't surprise me if that's the case here, because it looks like they've constructed what seems to be a wall back there. Yeah. Anyway, they're working inside there. We're gonna get our shots. I'm gonna recreate the tracking shot coming from. You've got. I tried to park where she parked, but you've got Jennifer Love Hewitt parked around here, and there's this angle that's probably set up on the road like this, and you've got this angle here, kind of like so, and it crosses the street like let's see if I can pull it off. Kind of like that. You see the
Says 800.
you see the Shivers building and the sign, and then you see, of course, both buildings on each side. There. I might redo that, but that's pretty much it. There's another shot with the fishermen way out there at night, pulled in, and we're gonna try to recreate that as well. So after further review, I've come to the conclusion that this is definitely going to be a production set. That truck over there is says Lightning Productions on it, and this, they're working in here too. And I believe this D's Drug store and this Mutual Drug signage all part of the dressing. So they're going to be dressing this block for whatever it is. Could even be that George Jones and Tammy Wynette production they're doing that we saw happening in Wilmington. This glass cloche I think is fake, because they have the decals there and on that side, and the real Fremont Antiques sign is probably going to come down. We know they're working on Harold's. Is going to be Nutty's Pharmacy, and I was going to say this barbershop is fake, but it looks like somebody's in there getting a haircut now, so that might be real. This whole little block seems to be and prepping to be dressed for a movie. So we'll see in due time, I guess.
What are you waiting for, huh? What are you waiting for?
Okay, so just down the corner from Helen's house, which is just right over there on West Street, we are now on Caswell and Brown.
That's the last
And right
stop.
straight ahead, see, it's peeking, there it goes, peeking through. That's the Southport Tower. You can see it in the film. It was white at the time, and then obviously these were not grown in.
That right there.
It's a clearing. This is why they chose this road for this next scene. So this is the scene where Julie pulls up in her car. She hears like ruffling, like noise in the back in the trunk. She pulls up, she parks right there where my rental is, maybe a few feet before. You can tell because this tree is right here. She comes out and she opens the trunk. She sees crabs, right? So she freaks out and she runs over to Helen's to get her friends to show Helen and Ray. I think it's Ray, Freddie Prinze Jr. They come back around the corner. They come this way and they come to check, to I guess see what's going on. Well, show us what you found. The crabs, right? Show us crabs. So they open the trunk. There's no crabs, and so Julie's all like freaking out. They were there, and it's like, I'm not crazy. They were there, right? Starts freaking out, and this is when she does the iconic line, "What are you waiting for?" And she's standing here, right? It's a zoomed in shot, and you see these trees. Lined up just pretty much like that, and her car in the right part of the frame. It's her car, tree, and Jennifer Love Hewitt Julie's right here. She delivers that iconic line. It's a close-up of her.
I think it was
Her arms out, and chest out. What are you waiting for, huh? What are you waiting for? Start spinning around. Then there's this crane shot, which we're trying to duplicate with my drone, but I was having some issues with my drone. But it's from up here, and you can see the shot that's coming down here. And you see a lot of the, kind of like that, you see the driveway, which has been updated over the years. The driveway's different. This is the driveway you would have seen. Jennifer Love Hewitt spinning around like so. Kind of like this. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for, huh? And so that's happening here, and then you have the reverse shot. You can see her in front of this house, which is, the shot is pretty much like that. Then you see her standing right in front of that window and those two trees for the reverse shot. You can see the Helen and Barry are with her on that side as well, I think. But it's all happened right here on this street, corner of Caswell and Brown. And the shot of her car here, like that, you could see the tower, but now the trees are growing in and the tower's repainted blue. But yeah, all right here. You've updated this.
What you did last summer here, huh?
Yeah, I thought they did. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I'm from
I have a couple. Obviously, you have a couple friends here. Scott, y'all might know Scott. Some of y'all might know this guy. And he's sometimes he's caught on tape.
Hello. Yeah. Jennifer Love Hewitt stood here.
She did, huh?
Yep. The ground smells like her still.
Is that right?
Very pleasant. No, like a pleasant smell. And flowers. And rainbows and angels.
Yeah, see, there you go. The confirmation.
What are you waiting for? Right here.
Right there.
What are you waiting for, huh? What are you waiting for?
Right there. Chest out and everything.
Yep.
Yeah, I think she became a 911 dispatcher, if I remember correctly.
After that?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What are you waiting? What?
Yeah.
I'm so confused by that joke. Oh, she does a show now.
911, yeah.
Oh. Well, I still know what you did last summer with Brandy in the tanning booth. She got stuck in the tanning booth. That's one of the greatest scenes in cinematic history.
I forgot about that.
Jennifer Love Hewitt in the tanning booth. She's in that tiny bikini. And she's all, it's like, oh my God.
Well, how am I forgetting this? In part 2?
That's why I own. Yeah, Mackay Pfeiffer gets killed.
Well, I know that.
Is it Mackay Pfeiffer that's in it?
Yes.
The Dome Mackay Pfeiffer. This is my life. But yeah, he gets killed. He gets killed, and does Freddie get killed? Freddie saves her again, I think. Yeah, he goes because he's only at the beginning.
Was Mackay the one with the dreads? There's a dude.
Jack Black.
Local.
Jack Black's the guy. Jack Black's the guy that runs the place. He gets killed.
Really? Jack Black? How am I forgetting all that? Wow. Okay.
Jack Black's in a lot of 90s movies in small roles. Well, Adam, what locations do you want to see the most from this movie?
From this movie?
Since I've taken you on a tour of all these locations and showing you them all because you didn't know a damn thing.
Well, I got a head start and I got into theater.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You got in the theater.
Inside the theater.
You got kicked out of the theater. Yeah.
I got shooed away from Julie's house.
Yeah, you got shooed away.
Yeah. This was number 2.
You polar beared it into the Gulf there, into the ocean. Nude. That was hot.
It was. Yeah, but don't share that video though.
Too late.
Please.
Too late. Yeah, this is awesome. This is a lot of fun. If you ever want someone to match up shots for you, Adam Austin, that's how he uses my phone, is the man to go to. And if you ever want somebody to direct you to any location, this is the man to go to. He knows everything. It's incredible. It's almost Forrest Gump with a little bit of brains. Like you're so skilled at something, and the rest nothing. But it's really fun. Run, Adam, run!
What are you waiting for?
All right, just for good measure, came around the corner. So right over here, where we just came from, actually down there where that stop sign is. So just about a block down to the right on west in Caswell is what was, it looks quite different today, Helen's house. This is where she runs over to let them know about the craps in the trunk, and they all talk about what they're gonna do next and whatnot. So the angle that I remember in the film is like from this side. It was yellow at the time. You can see these 4 windows, and then that shrub wasn't there. You can see the porch and then the columns there, but that's pretty much it. There's not much that goes on there. So 308 West. Not much to say about it. I'm sure the inside was all done somewhere else or in the studio, but for completion's sake, that's it. Okay, so this spot here, this is the alleyway. The cop car holding Helen in the back comes this way. It stops about, I guess about right here. You can see this building here. Let's just say about right here. And then the cop comes out and he's like, what's going on?
What's the trouble?
He sees the fisherman. I guess he's coming this direction. And he guts him with his hook. Right here. Bring the clip here. And then he falls down here. Pulls the hook out of him. At this point, Helen is coming out of she breaks out of the cop car, right?
Yep.
This is the back end of the cop car. She comes out that way, and then she runs this way. End of scene. Okay, so here's an angle in further in the same alley. What I had read, and which I'm pretty sure is true, they redressed the same alley to look like a different alley for Helen's kill scene. So you got all the tires there. They actually put in like a wall to make it look like she's turning a corner. We'll show it there in the clip here. But yeah, all along this alley, the brick matches and everything. This is where Helen would have been struggling with the fisherman, and eventually meets her end right here in this alley. It was just heavily dressed to look like somewhere else. They just, for efficiency and convenience for the crew and all, they just might as well use the same alley. And this is the final shot where you see the band, the marching band, going across, just like these people are here doing right now.
Hey! What are you two doing here?
Alright, so our last stop for I Know What You Did Last Summer. This is a quick one because we can't get to the back end of the house, which is what you see at the end of the movie. Well, not the end of the movie, which is what you see in the movie. The gang is back there on the patio, top patio. It's 220 River Drive, which is on the water. Obviously the camera crew is on the other side, and the only way you can actually see the back of this house is either with a drone or if you ride the ferry, the Bald Head Ferry, I think is what I read. You can see the back end, but we did not have time to ride any ferries. Just thought we'd roll past it anyway, just to see at least the front and see the neighborhood, which is extremely nice actually. So these houses are pretty amazing. Right on the water, can you imagine? Must be nice. And the bottom probably goes down because it's like, yeah, I can picture it. This one's not as nice because the yard is kind of a mess. This one's really nice. I could see this in a horror movie right here. Like the way the trees. That's it. That's it for the residences. Mary's house, 220 River Drive.